hear anything.
No.
How's it going, everybody? We should be getting some folks popping up here pretty soon. I don't know what is up with my camera this morning. It looks awful. Oh,
well. You mentioned the echo word. I had to remember to.
Oh yeah, you mute that one.
Yeah, it's laundry day for us, so we'll have a bunch of laundry notifications going on. So, I had to turn
all right, here's everybody. Your Twitch sensor's working. Cognito's. That's awesome. I looked at that. I thought about how could I make something like that to share with everybody. Awesome. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Glenn, Kevin. All right. Sebastio. Man, all right. Everybody's here. Bang. Just like that. Fantastic. How's it going, everybody? Waiting for YouTube to start. What? Oh, I guess there is a little bit of a delay. Rainy in South Africa. Hey, Jason. Meh. Oh, that's funny, Fi. That's funny. Like, haven't had many Bugs Bunny references for a long time. Waiting for YouTube to start. Twitch sensor is working, and that's awesome. Cognito, you got to share with us. I know there was a Twitch component, right? So that's what you did. You just set it up and you specify a channel. I was looking at that. Let's pull that up real quick.
Was it like a turn a light bulb or something, some color, or when?
Yeah, I think you can just use it as a trigger. I think you can use anything. Sorry about the clickety clackety. That's probably a lot. All right, so you put your client ID in, and then you put the channels that you want to follow in, and then what it will do, Twitch platform allow you to monitor Twitch channel status. And so then when the Twitch channel status changes, you can use that as a trigger.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. How do I find the stream on Restream? New to the service. You know what, Mike? You don't have to. You can go to YouTube or Twitch. YouTube or Twitch, Mike. Oh, I guess he probably can't hear me.
You should type that in there, right?
I'm going to have to type it in. Just watching Travis's Tuya video, and this popped up. Oh, did you? We're going to talk about Tuya, actually. That was what we just found. Okay, Mike found it. Good deal. All right. Just watching a Digiblur video, and here he is. Digiblur needs some more subscribers. I was just looking. I don't know how, like, I feel like everybody that watches the stuff that I make and you make and Rob makes, we're all, and I think we got some people that haven't discovered your channel yet there, Travis, so we got to fix that. There's no YouTube censor. No, I don't think there is a YouTube censor. But the Twitch censor will work.
I think last time I looked, I was like a little over 2,500, which is surprisingly, I didn't think it would go that far, but you know.
Oh, well. I didn't think I'd get 25,000. That's where mine ended up so far.
Wow.
All right. Is your lighting a bit different in this video? Yeah, it is, Duncan. So here's the problem. I might be able to fix it. But so what I did was in the last few days, I took down my entire PC that I do all the streaming from, and I put it in the 3D printer closet on the other side of this wall, and poked a hole through the wall and ran all the cords through. So things are a little bit wampus. So my lighting is a little bit off. My face looks a little bit fuzzy, but who cares? I mean, I don't care. But yeah, you did notice. Just finished the Tuya video. Awesome. Let's see. Am I close my secrets file? No, why would I do that? That's no fun. All right, I think I'm about convinced to switch from OpenHab to Home Assistant. We'll get more help on here. Well, you might do that, John. We're gonna have BK. Was it BK Hobby? One of these guys that does a lot of OpenHab stuff. Him and I are gonna do a comparison, and we've got it scheduled for a few weeks from now.
I want to see the OpenHab stuff. I've only played with OpenHab just for a little bit there, just for 20-30 minutes before.
I've never even I had the intention to, but I've never really done it. I've never even opened it up, honestly.
Decon one said I should shave my head to be like you, right?
Should just shave your head because it's awesome.
It's getting there naturally, but eventually I probably will have to, right?
That was part of why I did it, was because it was going to happen anyways. It was on its way. I remember the wedding photos. We were walking away from the camera. Somebody took a picture from behind, and I was standing next to this post, like a fence post that was a big ball on top. And there was this big ball and then my head right there and a big bald spot on the back. So I was like, oh boy, just emphasized my big headed baldness. So at that point I said, oh, forget it. It's gone. All right. So here we are. No forklifts today, I don't think, unless we get way off topic, which, it's always going to be a possibility. So we got Travis here, and best laid plans of mice and men, as they say. We've talked about doing a few different things. We talked about doing maybe open or ESP home. Travis is really good with Tasmota rules, so we talked about doing that. And then in the last few days for me, it's probably been longer, at least for you, right, Travis, that you've been working on this Tuya Connect thing.
Yeah, and there's two different methods. There's another method, and I think there was just another group that came out with one that was much easier to do with that Tuya convert one.
Yeah.
On GitHub.
So we're gonna start out talking about this Tuya convert, because this is exciting stuff. And I actually was looking. If you go to the issues down at the bottom, there's a couple of these were the other guys. So background for everybody that has no idea what we're talking about so far. This is a method that some smart folks have been working on to be able to trick any device that's running Tuya into loading Tasmota as an update, just like we used to do with Sonoff with the OTA. Sonata, SONOTA, you would start the Sonata script, and then you would get your Sonoff in programming mode, and instead of the Sonoff connecting to the actual Sonoff server and getting an update, you connect it to your computer and you slide Tasmota in there as the updated Sonoff firmware, and it worked. And now they've blocked it several times. Currently I don't think it's working, but these smart guys have now gone and done it with Tuya. So I was showing this page first because this is a couple. Yes, Travis has a little Tuya, one of the Tuya plugs right there.
I think you've had some of the same, probably rebranded ones of these, and maybe even the same brand, of course. But you'd have to destroy these things to open them.
And I have. There's no other way. And even once you destroy them, it's not like the pins are even like readily available. The pins are, you have to track them down, and then you're gonna have to solder right on there. There's nothing pretty about trying to flash one of those plugs. But those plugs are great because they're cheap. I mean, those are $8 at the most for one of those.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's about
so yes, there's a Tuya component, but what's that?
I think it's about what the price was for them, like $8 or $9 a piece or so.
Yeah. Yep. But what we're gonna hopefully get to, and I don't think it's gonna work honestly today for me, because I tried it last night for several hours and there's a snag somewhere. But we'll kind of go through the process here. We'll have to figure out how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna go through the process here of trying to do the same thing. We're gonna tell this. We're gonna set up this Tuya convert. I don't even know what you want to call it. A server, maybe. What would you call it? Technically.
Yeah, I would call it that, because it becomes the Raspberry Pi becomes an access point that you actually attach to, and you have to attach a phone to it, and then you put it in pairing mode, and it sends the packets to the switches.
Right.
Or plug or whatever it is.
So what we're gonna try, and the biggest problem is, I guess what we'll do, we'll try it, and I'll just open it up like SSH, because I should be able to do that. We're gonna turn this one off and turn it back on. Okay, so let's go through these instructions real quick. All right, if we go to the wiki, this is telling you what to do. No, it's not. Okay, so there's a few different ways you can get started. The easy way, and what I did and what Travis did, was to just get a Raspberry Pi. Let's see, where are we starting here? Requirements. Okay, a Linux computer with a Wi-Fi adapter. What we've both used is a Raspberry Pi 3. I have a 3B. Is that what you used?
What's the model number? The one they had B plus. What was the one they've had for a couple of years now? I know they had
The
a recent
3B.
one.
The 3B. And
Yep.
then now they just
Yep.
got the 3B plus like last year.
Yep. Yeah, I'm using the 3B. That's
Yeah,
what I
so
use.
same here. So 3B and then a brand new install of Raspbian Stretch.
Yep.
And it already has an internal, it has a Wi-Fi chip, so you don't have to do anything about that. So then once you get your Raspberry Pi, and what I'm going to have to do is figure out what the IP address of this Raspberry Pi is. I wonder if I could just go raspberry.local. Does that work?
And one key thing is with the Raspberry Pi, since you will be using the Wi-Fi chip in the Raspberry Pi for the access point, you do need to connect it to Ethernet.
You know what? I wondered if that might have been part of my problem last night. Because I think when I first did the setup, it asked me about my Wi-Fi password and stuff, so I put that in there, and I think it might have been using that as the default.
Yeah.
That's the only suspicion I have left.
Yeah, because you will need to do Ethernet on that, because otherwise you're going to be. Now, if you really wanted to, you could probably do another Wi-Fi. As long as it was a USB, it had to be a USB adapter that was supported, or you had a driver to, then you could do a Wi-Fi, 2 WLANs on it.
Oh yeah, we won't worry about that. You just stick something in there. All right. Can you see the chat, Travis?
Yeah, I'm looking at the chat.
Okay, good. You guys ask Travis some questions while I set up this Pi real quick.
I guess one thing I saw way back there talking about the channel. Isn't there like a command you had to send the links out to different channels? I can't remember the exact command. Maybe someone else can remember it, and we'll send the link out to the channel. So, but yeah, it seems a little involved to get installed at first, but it's a simple process to put on that clean Raspbian Stretch, and then you bring in and you clone their Git, and it is changing all the time. Like I noticed this morning, they fixed a couple of issues that I had in my video, and that's going to evolve as we go. But then once you do it and you bring it in and you connect your phone to it, and then you just put the device in pairing mode, and that's it. And I was actually kind of impressed how easy it was. And just do one at a time, and then flash. They actually do bring down the Sonoff-basic bin file. It's of 6.4.1. And of course, you can also, once you get in, if you don't want to use 6.4.1, the Sonoff basic bin, you could also flash whatever version you like. That's all up to you. So. Bobby, basically on the Tasmodo firmware, yeah. What I would do is I would just let it send over the Tasmodo firmware first, because that's what the process is, and depends on if you wanted to try it with a device that you can flash manually, using a USB header or something like that. Then yeah, give that a try. But you can, once you get into Tasmodo, then you can change to whatever firmware you want using the OTA process in Tasmodo itself. Now, depending on the flash size, because most of these Tuya modules only have a 1 meg flash, and I want to say that the Sonoff basic bin file, I think you had about 540K left. So if you try to put on, say, ESP Easy that, say is a 700K file, of course, that's not going to work. You'll have to flash some sort of minimal type of bin file first, and then you could flash that larger device. Yeah, vCloud, they do have theirs on the wiki. There's someone in there, they updating, and I'll go through and put the ones I did in there with which ones have not worked and which ones have worked but I imagine a lot of the Tuya modules there. I did a 3-way switch in my video, which was it has that TYWE3S module, which we find in a lot of switches. So if that one worked with that same little module, it should work with a good percentage of them. But just keep in mind, it might not work with all of them, and which we found in some of the issues threads. Someone was saying they bricked a couple. So it does have its risk. And you'll see that when we go through the procedure. It actually, in the script, they actually make you type in yes and then hit enter that you accept the risk that you could brick your devices.
Yeah.
I did see a couple of people on Facebook that did some light bulbs. The one thing with the light bulbs, a lot of the different light bulbs, they're going to have various LED drivers. And certain firmwares may do the LED drivers, some of them may not. Some of the LED drivers are driven by PWM. So it's really going to be, everybody seemed like everybody was getting the firmware on the light bulbs, but they ran into some issues of being able to control the colors. I think someone was talking about he was able to turn it on and off and turn it the dimming on it, but couldn't get the color working. And I'm assuming that's because of the LED driver. But that could always come later once you figure out what the LED drivers are, and you could get your firmware on those.
That's not gonna work. Man, I wish I could. This is the problem with. I was working on this late last night, and then I didn't have a chance this morning. So yeah, I think that Raspberry Pi is only connected on Wi-Fi right now, which is funny because it's plugged in. What if I turn off the Wi-Fi on it?
That would probably be the issue. Maybe someone can tell us real quickly without having to etch the card or reflash the card how to zero out
I've got the
Wi-Fi.
Ethernet. Now I know the Ethernet IP address
settings inside the Raspberry Pi and Stretch. I'm sure somebody could tell us in 8.2 seconds.
All right, I found it. It's 92. Yeah. Okay. So now this is one more example of those things that are best not done live that we decided to do live. Well, that's okay. This is totally worth it.
Well, we can always chit chat. So
that's right. Everybody's got questions. You can always just answer questions. 1.92 SSH. It should work.
Yeah. See, BK Hobby has already done a couple I saw with the, looks like it says the DrZzs plugs. And I've seen those before. So I definitely suggest everyone, I want to say that, I bet you that wiki on their page is probably where user editable. As long as you have a GitHub account, I bet you can edit that table. Just make sure and keep the same format that they've been using. I want to say they've been laying out the GPIO pins, the region it's in, whether it's like in the EU or the US, etc. So I would definitely, if you have one that works, put it in there. That way others can just scroll through it and show under the compatible devices inside the wiki on the Tuya Convert page. Hey, Paul, the Tuya is a lot of the devices you see out there. A lot of times people call them Smart Life because it's a Smart Life app or the Tuya app. It's one of the same. You'll see all the device. A lot of the devices you'll find on Amazon and various other places, they'll have the Tuya modules in there. Hey, Frank. Yep. So ESP Home, I've actually done one little live stream. I was playing with a RGBWW LED strip, and the ESP Home it's great. I mean, I know some people don't want to deal with it because don't like the whole YAML side of things, but I thought it was pretty super simple, especially with the ESP Home GUI, especially with that newer version where it shows it's online and offline. I haven't had a chance to play with the API on it yet. I've just been using MQTT Discovery, but Odo's done a lot of great features in there, and this is a far stretch. About the only thing I can say negative at all about it, and this is a far stretch, is with my current network, I guess because the way I'm probably running Pi-hole compared for DNS is the .local addresses won't resolve. So I just have to make sure and put in a static IP on the devices I do at ESP Home. But that's really super minor, and they work fine. It's pretty cool to be able to see it compile and send it straight over using OTA. and it pops right into Home Assistant, which is really cool. But it's definitely a huge game changer for the ESP32s because there's no like Tasmodo or other firmware out there, especially to deal when you're doing ESP32s. So it's definitely allowed me to pull a few ESP32s I've had in a drawer because I just haven't had time to do any, straight Arduino code on them.
You talking about ESP Home?
Yeah, Frank was asking about what we, think about it.
All right, I think it's possible that I can add a source. What I'm doing is now I've got that Raspberry Pi plugged into my capture card on the computer. So video capture device. Okay.
Yeah, one of the things, Frank, I wanted to do, I have a a bulb with the actual, I know on GitHub, I found the thread on Home Assistant that was called the AI Light firmware. And I actually had that bulb, and I don't think they support the breaking changes in Home Assistant. And I think that was one of the ones holding me back for doing the Home Assistant. I think going to, I'll get my versions mismatched here. I think going to 8.5 or 8.6. And yeah, because I'm on 8.84.6 right now. And that's the one device that was holding me back from doing the moving up. And so I saw that it has that MY9291 driver. It's an ESP Home. So I was thinking about flashing that bulb as ESP Home and controlling that. But it's one of my production devices, and it's my motion activated light bulb in my master bathroom. So it's I don't want to piss off the two of us that are using that light bulb in master bathroom.
All right. Now, so this new window that you see here, see, I only needed a couple minutes to get this sorted out. So that new window, that is Raspberry Pi. Okay, that is Raspbian, brand new Raspbian Stretch, and I actually have decent control of it. Okay, great. I cannot read it because it's really small. Let me see. Now I've got 2 mice, 2 keyboards, 2 microphones, 3 webcams. This will be fine. No problem here at all. All right, I can sort of read what that says. Okay. So, the things I'm gonna pull up that website here. I think I already had it down there. Nope. Okay. So that's going to be that Tuya Connect. We'll walk through these steps anyways. Tuya Convert, there it is.
And I don't know what SSH app you're using, but you might be able to make the font size bigger in the SSH. Oh, I was using Putty in mine.
This is, I've got it connected directly. So what I've got is a video capture card on the PC.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not even SSH'd into this Pi. I've just got the Pi display connected to my, I could probably do it with the Control Plus. So we've got the Pi display connected. So this is, oh, no.
Paul had the same idea, Paul. 2 turntables and a microphone.
All right. Okay. Anyways, now back to this. Let's get doing something. All right. So the instructions are here, and we're already at this point where we've got the Raspberry Pi with Stretch. And I already did this git clone thing. If I did it again, it won't matter, but you just grab this. Oh, you know what? I should do it again because there's an update. You think I need to delete it?
Yeah, or can you, I don't know if you can. Frank's our
Frank, do
GitHub,
I just, if I want to,
our GitHub master, right?
Yeah. If I just want to
reclone that whole setup,
do I just run this clone command again? Why don't I just run the clone command again?
I think it'll say it's already there, I believe.
Okay. We'll copy it and paste it anyways.
They're just saying, just do a git pull. Delete it or go in there and run git pull. Yeah, see, if you go if you take that CD, do CD Tuya -convert, I think it is.
Okay.
And then looks like they're just saying do a git space pull.
Okay.
And hopefully it should pull down the changes.
Beautiful. Already up to date.
Okay, well. Now the other one's saying git pull origin master.
Okay. Oh, there's doing something. And it says up to date again. Okay.
You are up to date, so that's good. Done. Okay.
I guess it's up to date. So then, so when you start, I can do this install thing again. I'll do that. I know I've done it, but typically when I was having troubles yesterday, if I ran this install again, then I could get the Wi-Fi to show up.
I don't know if let's see. I know I saw some commits, but those may have been, they were just pull requests and they didn't commit those yet. But because I had to edit that log file because it was given that bad log file errors and I had to edit those. Otherwise it wouldn't start that other access point.
Okay, we got a lot of ones. Who's going to get gray hairs from this? Me?
So I don't know if you can share that on my screen. I'm seeing that in the delay of the YouTube video, by the way. So.
Oh, right. Yeah. Let's see how we can do that.
I know why you're running that. Without opening the wormhole, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of how I can do that. I know what I can do. I can just share a different screen with you. That's what I can do.
Yeah, the last one they said was 20 hours ago in the commit. Yeah, that's what it was. I was seeing notifications on my email. They were doing, they've got a couple pull requests out there to fix that command logging option and also to make the network manager optional as well. So that it looks like they've got the communities over there helping out and fixing a few issues, which is good.
See, that was less than 20 hours ago that I updated mine.
Yeah, those are just 2 hours ago. They've got I saw those 2 pull requests and I was
just 2 hours ago.
They didn't commit those yet. So
I see. They didn't commit those yet. Well, mine should still be. I can go here and actually we can look at those files. So what Travis is talking about, there was a couple things that they fixed already. One was, let's see, where was it? Was it in here? It's in the start. Nope, not there.
Yeah, it was in that
Right
2 convert. There were a couple places here. After that dash capital L, I just saw like 3 lines together. They had a log file listed in there. And it was given a bad command. And I had to go in and fix those. I think it's based on different builds of screen is what they were doing.
Yeah, so it was right here where it was so I've got the updated, or at least I've got what we fixed. So dash L, and then there's no log file thing there's 4 places, so those are all fixed. And then what was the other thing? Oh, the other thing was you were talking about the Wi-Fi manager, right? Made it optional.
Yeah, the network manager.
Right. Okay, so that's not a problem there. So now here's an issue.
This one's on Ethernet, right?
So right now it's on Ethernet. So that's this. But that's because I've got the Wi-Fi turned off. So let's see. Automatically configure empty options. I don't know. Turn on Wi-Fi. Okay, so I've got them both connected. Or do I need to have this one not on for now. Will it turn the Wi-Fi on? The script?
I've never done it in the GUI.
So we're treading new territory here. All right. Well, hey, you know what we can do? Let's just give it a run. So we're at the point now in the instructions where we just run. I did this install prereq script, so we're gonna run this part right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Willington's got a that you still have that association in there. See if it'll take it over.
If I
run that run that script and see if it'll take over, since you already have the Ethernet going.
Hey, wow, thanks, man. Thanks, Raphael. All right, let's try this. Because I'm looking at this. I need to get my soldering glasses out to read this. Okay.
And Frank's telling us we should set up a teleconsole. I have to check that out, teleconsole.com.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so there's that page, and it says, you may screw up your devices. You better be pretty sure that you want to do this. And of course, I am absolutely sure. We have a joke in the hospital. The doctor's not always right, but he's always sure. Okay.
Willington's saying there's a forget on the home Wi-Fi. I'm not familiar with the GUI that much.
All right.
So see if it made at this point it should make that vtrust dash
vtrust dash flash. So I'm looking on my phone here and there it is, vtrust dash flash. Okay, great.
Yeah, dash
and
flash.
And then the password is flash me if you can. Okay.
All lowercase, no spaces.
Join and pray. Dang it. See, it says incorrect password. Incorrect password for network vtrust flash. And I know it's not the incorrect password. No matter how many times I do it, it's going to say the same thing. And I even tried changing the password.
And JJ Gadget, I'm not sure why, but the instructions say to. It must be part of the black magic. It just makes it work with those. It must meet another device. I'm sure someone else is going to have a better description of why.
Incorrect password. No go.
It says DrZz's phone capitalized first character. I don't know.
I don't think so, but I'll try it.
Now
the other thing, so somebody was saying something about Apple having a problem, but you did it with Apple, didn't you? Somebody else did.
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
You don't have another device that you can connect to it, huh? Any other? It could be a laptop.
I can put a Wi-Fi dongle on my PC and do that. Oh, but then that should be okay. Well, I've got a laptop here too, but it's going to say the same thing.
You could just give it a shot and make sure.
Sure.
One thing that Willington was saying is to go in and go forget in the GUI. Can you do a forget on that home Wi-Fi on the GUI a stretch? See, I did this with just Stretch Lite without the GUI, so.
Yeah, maybe that was the way to go. All right, let's see. Open another SSH and run ifconfig. Okay. It's hard I'm trying to follow the chat at the same time. I'm only trying to do 6 things at once. That's not that big a deal.
Stress level to the roof.
I got the wrong mouse on the wrong screen. This is amazing. This is amazing.
But it's cool once it works, though. It's truly
getting it to work is going to be fantastic. So it's
awesome
totally
to see. And then of course, once you get to work one time, it's easy to get it working another 10 times. So you got WLAN 0. Is that WLAN 0? Is that showing that vtrust, or is it showing your Wi-Fi?
Can you read it on there?
No, I can't see it on there.
The other guys, they can. I want to see it. I want it to be bigger. Bigger.
Magnify.
Right? Where is it? Is it on there?
This
is just to make everybody who struggles with this stuff feel good about themselves. That's what I'm here for.
Well, see, with the way of video editing, you make it all seem so easy. You know, when you go through, you cut out all the bad parts.
Yep. This is what really happens behind the scenes. Well, you
Right.
gonna tell me what they're saying in the chat because I can't even see it. My screen's all covered with chat.
They're telling you forget home Wi-Fi, turn on Wi-Fi adapter. Honestly, I'm just waiting for it to explode. Fingers crossed.
All right, let's see.
Facts about video
Control
editing. Exactly.
and scroll
MK
wheel.
Smart
Oh,
House.
really?
I did this one time, and I got lucky. I guess on the first time, and it just took me a matter of 15 minutes. And of course, I went through and I said, let me start fresh with the SD card and do it from a fresh stretch light install, and I'll record it on the video, and I'll just put sound with it and get it going. Well, of course, that was only supposed to be a 30-minute thing, and it ended up being several hours because I ran into issues. So,
yeah, I worked on this for hours last night. Disable short menu, disable all confirmation. Come on, man. Where's the zoom? Zoom in, zoom out. Control plus. That's what I'm doing. Right here. I'm on this window. Control plus. No. It is not zooming. There's no zooming.
So is there a way we can easily forget this Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi stuff? It's not a hard operation. It's just Wi-Fi.
Automatically configure empty options.
See, the thing is that Tuya already shut you down. That's what it is. They're just making it where it doesn't want to fight you.
Maybe. Well. We can play with this a little bit and then if we get bored, I guess. Let's try it again. I really would love to get this working. This would be so fantastic. Okay.
All right. See if you can join that.
Okay, well, at least we're consistently getting it to show up.
Yeah, Matheson, I saw that they had sudo actually in the script, and I had thought at first I was going to have to run it as sudo as well, but I haven't had the issue. Had to run a script as sudo.
Okay.
He's using a Pi 3B.
Dang it, incorrect password. It's not the incorrect password, though. Why would it be doing that? Why would it be doing that? Why would it be telling me?
It's weird. It's bringing up the access point. That's what I'm thinking is somewhere with another device, maybe that.
Remove what? No, I don't want to do that. Create new panel. Well, that's about the panel. I don't want the panel.
You do give it a shot and see what it does. I know Frank's saying the same thing. Try when you exit that script and do a sudo space / start _flash.sh. Just add sudo space in front of it.
Okay.
Give it a shot, right?
Might as well.
Just add sudo space on the front. Yeah, Mathis, that's what I did. I used the stretch light.
Okay, well, it's still showing it there. That's good. Because again, yesterday I was having a lot of problems with it even. Okay, flash me if you can. Come on, baby. No. I mean, it's not doing anything, but it's not connecting either. Dang this thing.
Now, Charlie's got a good, if you look in the chat, you can see he's got a command in there that says he's actually editing that WPA supplicant configuration and delete the Wi-Fi network block and save it, and it should just forget the Wi-Fi. That's pretty good.
Okay. I wish I could do all this at the same time.
Back on there. You
put the chat over here.
Charlie's
so I can
out of
see.
There.
Oh, but I'm on a different.
Yeah. Do you have what kind of? You said you had another little Wi-Fi dongle.
Oh, I have a Wi-Fi dongle. Yeah.
Does it? wonder if that work. Plug that in and see. You have to give
then I
that a
could
shot.
connect from this
And you
computer.
should be able to edit that config text and put the WLAN number in there that it is.
All right. Oop. PC's not in that cabinet anymore.
Hey, Christian, we're fumbling through trying to get the Tuya over the air process off a Raspberry Pi to flash Tasmodo or whatever other firmware you'd like on various Tuya devices without any soldering.
All right. Now, if the whole thing this may be the part where we explode. If anything's going to explode, it's going to be now, because when I go to connect this, there it is, Vtrix.
Well, I was saying, they were saying plug in the Wi-Fi dongle into the Raspberry Pi itself.
Oh. Okay, I can do that.
And that way we get another WLAN device. Hopefully the driver is supported automatically in Stretch.
All right.
Yeah,
Wi-Fi
all
dongles
of
in
the
Raspberry
doctor's
Pi.
passwords are 12345 super password. That's what they are.
What?
All your passwords, you know, it says put it one of your easy ones. Password equals 123456.
I did that. It said it was too short. I went into the config.txt and I changed it, and then it said it was too short. That's exactly what I made it. What's the topic of the live? Victor says, flailing. Now we're trying to do Tuya over the air flash to Tasmoda for those nice little plugs that are cheap. And we have, so now I've plugged in that dongle into the Raspberry Pi. So
I think if you should be on the console, type in iwconfig and see if it shows another WLAN, like WLAN 1 or something, or ifconfig.
ifconfig.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong keyboard. All right.
Any new WLANs? Not sure what
Uh,
kind of dongle it is.
I see WLAN 0. Etho 1. Can't read it.
Yeah, I would say do that WPA supplicant command. If you don't see WLAN 1 on there, and delete that block out of there, and then we could then reboot the Pi, and hopefully it'll drop using that Wi-Fi connection.
Okay. Now I'll go back here, find Charlie's command.
Yeah, I think Charlie had a good idea, and I think everybody else was agreeing with him, was to nuke the Wi-Fi. He said do that off screen, by the way, because it will show your Wi-Fi SSID and Wi-Fi passphrase, I believe.
All right, if you know my Wi-Fi SSID and password, just type it in the chat right now. Probably do. All right. Get in the command line, do the following. Here it comes. I'm going to have to type this in because it's on two different computers. I can't copy and paste. Sudo nano etc WPA.
Look, they're putting in there. SSID is 8 and 1.
Nope, wrong.
Username, work, password, or explode.
Probably gonna have one little typo in this.
Yep, and then we'll shut the entire
Sweet.
power down.
So wish I
They
could
said
see
delete that whole block.
Oh, I know what I can do. Hold on. Give me a second here, and I can make this bigger.
Password squirrel.
Squirrel. There, now it's big. All right, we got the technology. Oh, yep, there's my Wi-Fi SID and password. You just said do it off screen. No, there it is, whatever. I'll change it anyways. Okay, now I need to just delete everything that's here.
Yeah, it looks like delete that the network block, right?
Just the network block down here.
Yep, I think it's what Charlie said.
Charlie said, then delete the Wi-Fi network block and save. Okay.
Yeah, just delete that network block. Oh, look, that other brace too as well. That brace right below.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, there you go. Nuke it.
Oh, wrong keyboard.
You need deleting stuff you probably don't want to delete.
Why can't I delete it? Oh my gosh, this is crazy. It's because it's nano, so you don't get all the controls there. Done.
Oh.
Whoops.
Country equals capital US.
Oh,
Control
boy.
O, then Control X. Enter. I'm sorry. Enter, then Control X. There you go. Control X. And reboot that. Sudo space reboot.
All right. Okay, that'll take a minute. Now, how's everybody doing?
Our side note, if you want to change your password with all your Tasmodo devices, you can just post a SSID and password to them, and it'll post all to one topic at one time, and they'll switch all at one shot. So.
Oh, for Tasmoda, to change all the stuff on Tasmoda?
Yeah, if you have the default group topic as Sonos, you can actually send in a backlog with SSID and password. Just make sure it's right first, otherwise you don't mess up all your devices in one shot.
What's VI? DrZzs didn't teach you right. Additional SSID for your streaming stuff. Yeah. Okay, looks like we're back already. The Pi is back. Now we're gonna have to go back to, yeah, man, this is.
Yep, VI is even a little more fun to deal with than.
What's VI?
Than Nano.
Oh.
Yeah, Rob, that's what I did. Actually, I put in a backup SSID in case I did mess it up, and I could just go fire up another SSID. I wasn't about to start digging stuff out of the switch boxes.
This is so awesome. This is the best stream ever.
But it's all going to come together when you flash your plugs. It's all
we are going to have
together.
such a party when we get this working. It's like, how difficult can I make this? I think I could make it just a little more difficult. Okay.
You still see your face a little bit, like you're sneaking around the corner.
All right. Does it make me look smarter? No, you can still see your face. Okay. Now we've rebooted. Now, should we just run it? Just the start flash
you got to
again?
change. I think you got to change folders to that two.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
There you go.
It is.
And go ahead and fire it up.
Let's make sure. So we forgot that Wi-Fi. Let's just check up here. Okay, yeah. So we're just connected on Ethernet. There's no Wi-Fi or anything.
Yep. Do a IF config and see what you see in there.
Do you want me to do it in a different window or the same window?
No, that same window is fine. Just do IF config. Oh, no space. No space. Oh, look, there's your WLAN 1.
There's both now. Okay. Because it's got that other one in there. Should I take that one out?
No, it's fine. Leave it in there in case we need to use it. Okay. I would check that config.txt file. You can just do a nano real quick on that config.txt to make sure the ID and password is fine. Nano space config.txt. Or you could have done a cat, I guess. But yeah, so we're vtrust-flash, and the password is flash me if you can. Okay. So You can exit out and go ahead and run like they were saying. The one with sudo space. There you go. Start sudo
The
space
sudo
start
one?
flash.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot.
Okay.
And
yes,
do the yes.
I am so
enter.
sure. I am so sure I want to do this. I'm risking massive public humiliation.
And then we'll see if we can attach. And fingers crossed that it works. Catch back up on the chat.
So I'm not getting a vcast or vtrust. I'm not getting a vtrust network showing up. Dang it. Nope. Should we go look at the log?
What you can do, you can go edit that that config.txt and change it to WLAN 1.
Oh, okay.
The other adapter that's in there.
Okay.
Give that a shot. And I don't know, did you make sure and refresh the Wi-Fi networks? Because I know sometimes you.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can try to change WLAN 1. Yeah, and I know Richard's talking about it may not work with this dongle. Not all adapters can act as an access point. But I do know the one inside the chip can. It's weird you're not seeing it. So.
Yeah, that was happening to me yesterday. But at the same that yesterday was because I was also connected to Wi-Fi with that Pi. So.
Right.
Okay, come on. When it pops up, it usually pops up right away. When it doesn't pop up, it doesn't pop up.
I don't know if you made the cycle your Wi-Fi or your phone or something like that. Airplane mode or whatnot. Come back.
Turn it off, turn it on. Nope.
Everybody's harassing you about your iPhone, by the way.
Maybe if you got a real iPhone, maybe you got a real phone. Here it is, vTrust. We did it. Okay, here goes.
Fingers crossed.
Man, oh man. Send some super fingers crossed mojo, everybody.
We may have messed it up by changing the WLAN.
Dang it.
0.
It still says incorrect password. Like that's the problem that I'm having is incorrect password. How is that even possible?
That's weird.
God.
And there's no spaces or after it or nothing. You didn't change the config text. You just pulled that down, right?
Yeah.
That's weird because it has access to put it in access point.
It just says it doesn't even think about it. It's just like, no, wrong password. Bah. You suck.
Well,
okay, I'm gonna try. I got some other tries here. I say we pull this dongle out. It's a pretty cheap one, so I'm guessing it's probably not any.
Yeah, make sure and fix your thing back to WLAN 0.
Right. So we're gonna go cancel this guy. We're gonna go back in here, and we're gonna make this 0.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know there's also a script in there that says you do /stop_flash. It'll stop all those previous processes.
We can run that.
Yeah, period.
You can see I've done it. It's going to be in here because I've done it too. I was doing it last night.
Stop flash.
Yeah. Maybe if it'll go back far enough. Oh, maybe it won't go back far enough. Oh, there it is.
You go.
Okay. All right. So we took the dongle out.
WLAN 0 back again.
What's that?
Yeah, you did WLAN 0 again. And you can do that sudo start flash. I guess you were going to try to use your laptop maybe? Another computer to try?
Yep.
We'll see if it's truly a phone thing or not, right?
Right. We'll try it on the laptop here. And then I can even put the dongle in this PC and try it there. There's vTrust Flash. This is the Mac laptop I'm trying now. Show password so I can verify that it's right.
Hey, Derek, Appreciate that. I'm sure. I saw Derek did a super chat.
Oh, thank you, Derek. Okay, flash me if you can. Join. Thinking about it, thinking about it, thinking about it. Too much thinking. Too much thinking. Incorrect. It says it requires a WPA2 password. Invalid password.
Weird.
How can this be?
That's so weird.
How can it be?
Well, I would definitely probably reflash and do. You probably don't have the time in the stream, but do a
okay
with stretch light.
Well, if anybody thinks of anything else, we'll leave the Pi connected here. But for now, fail, McFail. So let's see, what do we got in the chat? Turn off the Bluetooth. Won't work. Apple, yeah. Windows or Android device. I have a Windows device I can try. I guess that's the last thing we didn't try yet, right? I guess for what that's worth. All right.
Like everybody else is determined. Change the password. Make a new password. Restart the cell phone. Yeah, I didn't have any issues with it, Richard. On I didn't have the password issue, which was weird to me. And I just left mine as flash me if you can. I did have that one issue where it wouldn't start the access point because it had that different command in there for the log file. And I showed it in my video. If you had that error, I'm sure they'll fix it. Which there is a pull request out there to fix that.
Oh wait,
issue.
I think I turned it off. That's why. Oh no. Oh man, this has been fun. I don't know. It's been fun to try and balance two computers and streams and chats. And all right, we're gonna turn this back on for a second.
You have to check your blood pressure after the stream. We'll have to see what your numbers are.
It's gonna be high. I'll tell you right now. You know, I let's see. No screen found. Okay, good. Okay, and now we're going to go over here and see if there is a Wi-Fi network. Nope.
Change the password, make sure there's no space at the end of it. Yeah, we didn't change the password, Steve. I think we had left that stock, but that's probably the last thing we want to do. You see VTrust yet?
Not there. No star. Okay, well, bummer. All right, so now what everybody else should do is go out there and figure out how to make this work. And then tell me. Figure out what in the world is wrong with this password thing. That is such a screwy thing to have a problem with.
I knew a guy that made a video.
Oh, I'll need to go watch your video. Well, does your video fix my problem? Is it?
No, I didn't have the password issue. I did use just Stretch Lite with just SSH. I did headless on it. So.
That's what I'll do. I'll do that too. My gosh, do I got a lot of chat stuff going on now. Okay, well, Travis, what else were we talking about? What do you guys want to try here? Let's see. After you remove the WLAN, you need to reboot. Driver still load. Would that do it, Charlie? Would that mess with the password? Because it thinks my password is, what, the other password? iPhone problem. I just tried it on this. Apple is the problem.
You don't see it still.
Travis used the iPhone.
No, I used.
You didn't. Oh no, you didn't. But somebody else did.
Yeah, I'm sure someone else has done it with iPhone. It's
Travis probably uses Android. You Stretch Lite. Yeah. Okay. So we'll. I'll go back and try it again. It's too bad because it's nice having you here because you've done this. But can I explain a little about what Tuya is? What is the Tuya? So Pedro, Tuya is what we don't call it, a white label firmware, I think would be an easy way to say it. So device manufacturers can make a whole bunch of things, right? And they can make these like really cheap Wi-Fi switches or Wi-Fi plugs and some light bulbs and a bunch of other things. And then if they don't want to write their own apps, they don't want to get into the software at all, they can just use Tuya. And they can load the Tuya on here, and then people can set up their devices with Tuya. And all that changes on this is just the label on this. So it's great. It's fine for a lot of devices. And there is a Home Assistant component, but the problem is still that it uses the manufacturer's cloud or a cloud, whether it's Tuya's or manufacturer's, whatever. I don't think Tuya keeps any of them, but anyways, it still depends on the cloud, and it can still, they get your information, they can be hacked, there's all those issues. So in order to try and keep things locally, the whole thing we've been working on today was to try and replace the firmware in these, instead of being Tuya to being Tasmota, because these are really hard to break into. If you could just break into these real easily and flash them with wires, that's what I would do. But these are really not easy to get into and flash. So this is a project that these good folks have been working on, which Travis has successfully been able to get to work, but I have not. And so we just spent the last hour or so hacking away at that without success.
I don't know if you wanted to. I did post a video at 11:30 Central. If if you wanted to link that video.
Oh yeah,
they want to mess with it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. For sure. Oh, I get this keyboard I don't need anymore.
But one thing I did, which exactly was one of those plugs, which is one thing you couldn't do with if you left the Tuya Smart Life component, that there's the great component built into Home Assistant. Of course it does use the cloud, but I had one on my nightstand. I have some like various phone chargers and stuff plugged in. I got a little power strip, and I didn't have a button because I've got like a little LifeX bulb, and then my wife has a light on her side. And I did on her side where she can push the button, did a short press and a long press, and it'll turn off my lamp plus turn off her lamp, like if she does like a long press. Well, I didn't even have a way to turn off my lamp on my side easily without having to pull up my phone or etc. So this was already pre-packaged in, had power supply and had a case. Didn't have to make anything. So it's super simple. And I don't even use the relay in it. I don't even use the plug. The relay is like just turned off all the time. I just use it for a short press to turn off my lamp, or I use a long press to turn off my lamp and her lamp. So it was just a simple way to put a button on my nightstand. So
it's just a button. You just plug it in. There you go, button.
Yep. I mean, you think about it. It was like $8. Like you say, it was $8. It's an $8 Wi-Fi button that doesn't have batteries.
It's hard to beat these things, man. It is hard to beat these. I like them a lot, and I use them. I think I've got at least 12 of these all over the house. I haven't been using them all, but I've got them because I buy them in packs of 4.
Yep.
So YMA says the authentication type might be wrong. That's possible, whether it's WPA or WPA2. I don't know if that would matter, but I don't know. I'm just going to go back and try it again. I'll just do a wipe and a stretch light and just start the whole thing over again. Hey, MK Smart House. Hey, man, how you doing? I'm sorry, I haven't seen anybody in chat today. I've been like completely chatless this whole time. Let's go. I'm going to check what's in Discord. So now we're just chatting. Anything else you guys want to know about from Travis? Oh, that's a great. Oh, thank you, Alian. Too bad we didn't get it right. We didn't make it work.
US socket. Yeah. Ever since I've seen people always say that, it looks like they're shocked with the mouth open type thing now. Now I see it every time.
What's that?
Everyone always says the US socket, say, the female side of it looks like they're shocked. And now that they've mentioned it, I see it every time now when I see it. Exactly.
November, December, they were going for $5 on Amazon, Tim says. That's awesome. That's awesome. What button are we talking about, Mohammed? Travis was just talking about using one of these because it has a button on the side. So he was just using this as a button. He just happened to have a place to plug it in, and he needed a simple button. And so he just used this, didn't even plug anything into it, just used it as the button, and then just used the MQTT message that it sent or whatever.
Yep.
Can we have this in a Docker container? Is Frank still around? I don't know. I'm not sure. This is in its infancy still, but what we're going to hope is that we can get it, that this project can, everybody try it, right? Go to this Tuya convert, do what you can here. There's, he's got a couple different ways that you can do it. Any Kali Linux, I guess these are the ones that have been tested. So if you want to try and test it in other things, I think, did you say you tried it in Ubuntu? I was chatting with somebody this morning. Well, maybe it wasn't you, Travis. It was.
No, it wasn't me. I just went with the Pi method. It was pretty simple. So I had a Pi laying around.
Oh, it was NFLX. Is he not here today? He's not here right now, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was chatting with NFLX on Discord earlier today about this exact thing. He's like, hey, you got to check this out. And I said, hey, I spent 2 hours on it last night. I'm going to talk about it on the stream today.
And I agree with Frank. That would probably be kind of a pain and probably wouldn't work exactly with a Docker add-on. It's just too many changes and different configurations.
And yeah. If you don't have a Raspberry Pi sitting around just for experimenting with things like this, it's a good reason to just get one. Just get one and just have it hanging around. So, all right. Where's my chat? That's what I'm missing. Travis, anything else you wanted to tell us? I probably got to go about 1 o'clock. I hate to cut that off as I don't know. Are we going to call this a total failure? Should we? I don't know. The link, please.
It's determination. I wouldn't say a failure. It's at more determination.
That's right. It's a demonstration of determination. Turn off Bluetooth and use the default password. Well, I'll try that again. I don't want to try anymore on stream right now. I'm tired.
See the drive is there. It's pretty cool. Like once you do one, and you'll see all the numbers flying on the screen, and you send over the little link, and then boom, it sends over and sends Tasmodo over to it. And next thing you know, you got that Sonoff dash 0106 or something on your thing, and just go in and put Tasmodo.
Just go in just like anything else. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. If I get this going, I'm going to spend the rest of the day on it. If you see another quick stream from me tonight, it'll be because I got it working. This is how it works. Yeah, these guys what they've included as the binaries that you can flash on there is Tasmodo, right? I mean, it's one of their options, I guess.
Right. It does pull down when you do the Git. It will pull down the 6.4.1 Sonoff dash basic dash bin. And the big key to that is that one actually, because of course when you bring it over, all these different devices are not going to have a button on GPIO 0 where you can do the 4 presses to get the access point. So that bin file is very important that you have where the default configuration is the Wi-Fi manager. Because for instance, you could flash it over to an LED bulb. There's no buttons on an LED bulb, so
you can't get
important to do that one. You can put on a third. I think it's like third-party.bin. If you want to do your own Tasmodo bin or whatever bin file that you want to flash over to it, just make sure it comes up as a default Wi-Fi manager.
Otherwise, you're going to be doing it manually at that point.
Well,
right?
Yeah, because then you're back to busting it back open and trying to connect it for termite or flashing different firmware. So you kind of back to square one again.
Yeah. Links for the plugs. I'll give you a link for the plugs. Let's see where they're at right now on. Usually they sell them in packs of 4 all the time.
Yep. Yeah, there's different models out there.
Here's 4 of them. There's another. What brand is this? It's a new brand I've never seen before. Tantan. Here's another one.
I kind of heard of those.
GoSund. Etek City. I've seen these guys before.
Yep.
These are all going to be the same. I
saw some of the ones like they were talking about GoSund in the compatible devices on that Tuya convert page, and some of them do have power monitoring as well, which is kind of cool.
Oh yeah, I wonder about these. These might have power monitoring. They just look a little different. I don't know. These are the exact ones I have right here. Should even say, yeah, I bought these ones.
Yep.
So these are the same exact ones. Yo, EU versions. Good question. Anybody know? Does anybody use EU versions of these?
Yeah, I believe, go back to the Tuya convert page, and they had, after you're done doing that, they did it under the wiki. There's a compatible page.
Oh, yeah. Compatible devices.
Yeah, and see, they do list them by region, and they'll
Oh yeah, and
list all
here's
the
EU.
GPIO
Yeah,
pins and everything.
Blitzwolf. Yeah, there's GoSund, Max Show. These are the ones that we just signed there. Oh, so if I get these working, mine are those DrZzs ones, and they're not listed on here yet. So we got to work on those.
Yep, I believe BK Hobby was saying his Uzis he had that they work fine for him.
Oh, good.
So
Fantastic.
um,
As long as there's a CE for it, and it's you. I don't see a CE on the back of it. But I don't know. You know, this, you're not putting it in your wall. I don't know if that makes a difference to you. You're not putting it in your wall. You just, but maybe.
yeah, it just depends. I mean, there's so I can't imagine like probably how many different devices that have those 2U modules in them. So, but just keep in mind that, you know, if it's something that you can't open, you might be breaking it for some reason. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah. You have these. Oh yeah, Smart House has them. Sweet. Try 2U convert tonight. All right, I'll be around. We're gonna have a big 2U convert chat tonight. How about that? Like the whole Discord chat's gonna be about 2U convert tonight.
Yep, and I might be able to be around later if needed. If you decide to do a little stream again.
If I jump back on
going,
tonight,
so.
you know what? If I get it working, let's do it. You know, there's certainly no promise, but if I can get it working, we can jump back on tonight. That'll be fun. That'll be a good way to make it a success at the end. So
That's it.
if anybody wants to ask some questions, do it now. I honestly got about 5 minutes. We got people coming to the house in 5 minutes, so I'm gonna have to shut her down. Travis, thanks for being here. I know, again, we planned different things and then just decided, let's just do this. But this is important. This is really important. So I'm excited to watch your video. I didn't get a chance to see it yet, but everybody should have the link now. So there should be several hundred more views here in just a couple of minutes. And I'm excited to get this working. I don't know what I did with the setup, but we'll just start from scratch. We'll do it all over again and we'll get it going. Hey,
yeah,
Adrian.
I walked through the complete stuff you probably know of already downloading Stretch and flashing the SD card and the whole 9 yards. But I wanted to do it ground up for someone that's never even done it before. So
Good. Perfect.
I'm sure you can put it on Mickey Mouse speed or fast forward or something like that. So
any Wi-Fi issues caused by so many IoT plugs? I mean, other than microwaving my brain cells, probably.
I've got, now, of course, a little different. I've got 2 ubiquity access points in a single story home, and I like to wire stuff when I can. But with these, you know, of course, you can't wire them. But I've got like right at 60 devices on my Wi-Fi right now, and the 2.4 gigahertz is showing anywhere from 20 to 30% utilization. I mean, MQTT on these devices is just so lightweight. These devices aren't streaming Netflix, so it's what really is going to eat up 2.4 gigahertz on your side is going to be any like Wi-Fi cameras that are constantly streaming.
Yeah, that's a good point. Another reason to try and do PoE cameras if you can. So MK Smart House got it working. He says he put the password in on the iPhone, it works. It's amazing to me how I managed to find the glitches. You know, remember we were doing the X lights. And I couldn't get with the ES Pixel stick, and I couldn't get the Java thing to work. Does anybody remember that? I do. It's like everybody else, like, oh yeah, you just click this Java thing, and it just works. No, I click it, no, it doesn't work.
It's good. It's good though. It shows that, you know, because some people will sit there and struggle with stuff, and they think everything's so easy. You know that some of the pros may get it, you know, super simple, but we fight with things as well. So, but that's the part of it, is so we can find all the issues and then show everybody else how not to make our mistakes.
Yeah, that's the key point. That should be a good part of every good how-to video. Should be, these are the pitfalls, right? These are the points where you could go wrong. So avoid it. Is Ludius here? I don't know. He might be. Botchers from GearBest. All right, I'm going to call up the kids for some sign-off. How's that sound? I know we didn't do... Is Whitey here? Whitey's going to get upset at me if I don't give him some stickers, but...
Now, see, we can do a double sign-off, right?
We can. What do you do? You do y'all something, right? What do you say?
Well, I've got I'm sure mine would love to be on the camera. So.
Oh, yeah, get him in. Oh, yeah, go get your kids. All right, let's see.
1 second.
right,
Hey,
Alexa.
Owen.
Alexa.
Come see, buddy.
Oh, it's not plugged in. Chrome. Hold on. Computer.
Come see.
Tell
see, bud.
everyone it's time for sign off.
Announcing.
All right. You gonna sit up here?
Yep.
All right. We're gonna do a double sign off.
Hey, buddy, what's your name? Your name's Owen?
Yep.
So
Oh,
yes,
hi,
sir.
Owen. How are you? You're a superstar. Did you know that? You're a star now.
I'm the first one here.
No, look, Owen's here. We got another little boy.
Oh.
This is great because we're all dads, right? I mean, almost everybody
Say-
in here has kids, so.
Say my initials are OG, but I'm still not the original
OG.
gangster though.
I'm not still my anchor though.
You're a gangster, though. All right, all
Look
right.
at all the kids.
Look at everybody.
Dawson,
Hey, you tell them bye?
Bye.
Hi, everybody. All right, Owen, what is your Travis? You want to tell Owen to do your sign off thing, and then, or we'll all do mine together.
Yep.
Say, just say, and y'all take care.
Y'all take care.
Yeah, I'll take care. All right, awesome. All right, now we're gonna do the. As always, thanks for watching, everybody. Okay, ready?
As always, thanks for watching. Until next time, adios.
Okay.
Adios.
Adios.
Adios. Adios. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for being here. Travis, thanks a bunch. I'm sure we'll be chatting throughout the day on Discord, and then hopefully we'll get this thing worked out tonight.
We have to do.
All right. Appreciate it.
Okay. Take care, everybody. See ya.